Good morning. Okay, I'm going to give it a second, see who hops on. Good morning. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Pat. Good. I see everybody starting to hop on. Good morning, Beth. Dorothy. Good morning. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Bonnie, Tina. Good, everybody's hopping on. It's a rainy day here in Pennsylvania. Good day that you don't feel like you're really missing much. You could stay inside. Good morning, Kelly, Marissa. Yes, I have Christmas music still playing in my shop. Good morning, Kathy and Tammy and Nancy. Good morning, everybody, and Brenda. They are still working outside my shop, so if you hear some beeping, some loud noises, they are putting in brand new roads out here, and right now they actually just got done pouring the cement. They're putting in new sidewalks. So, oh, you have a Category 2 hurricane heading your way. Ugh. Well, I hope you keep power, Kelly. What a dreary morning, but we have you with great tutorials. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you for the kind words. I had someone else message me this morning, and she had some really kind words to say. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, we're just kind of always here really in the background. Even though I'm in the foreground, I'm in the background. I don't really know, you know, how much you guys are listening, how much you're learning. Occasionally people will, you know, message me and say, hey, I want to thank you and things like that. So that's always nice. Bonnie, you also got me too just outside of NOLA. Ugh. Well, I hope you guys keep your electric in that. I hope that's not a lot of damage done. Okay. So if it gets a little noisy, it shouldn't. I'm usually I'm toward the back of the building when in the bigger part of my shop where I spend 90% of my day. And it's usually not too noisy back here. You'll probably just hear my Christmas music playing, but I play that all day long. I love Christmas. I've been watching the Hallmark Movie Channel and Hallmark Channel. Christmas is already playing, and I love Christmas music. I love Christmas. I love Christmas, so. But I do have my grandchildren, so I'm going to show you what else I have in my shop today. I have my two oldest grandchildren here with me. Let me see. We've made beds on the floor. Hello, there's my Abigail and Brant. So as you can see, they just poured concrete and stuff out there. So it's, they're doing the sidewalks. So they're pretty much closing up shop for the day. But I got these two little ones with me today. That's my oldest two grandchildren. Abby is how old, Abby?
6.
You're 6. And Brant, how old are you?
5.
You're 5. They're brother and sister. All right, tell them bye.
Bye.
They're having their snack and watching YouTube.
I watched every day too.
Yeah, so they're with me today. It is sweet. They spent the night last night. So I said they can spend the night. I don't have any problem with my grandchildren spending the night. They got to come to the shop sometimes in the morning with Grandma. So they're just kind of hanging out. Grandkids can brighten the darkest day. They sure can. Sure can. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to get a few orders packed up here today. They're kind of used to going to work. Their mom and dad have a shop as well. They do automotive. So they're in the diesel industry with automotive. They manufacture parts. And they've been doing this for, let me see, my daughter's probably they're about maybe like 9 or 10 years in. And ever since they were born, they have always went to work with mom and dad. So they're kind of used to this. And they are homeschooled. They're completely homeschooled. My daughter homeschools them. And so they're used to being at a shop all day long. So they're really good. Other than an occasional brother and sister argument, but they're pretty good kids. Okay. So I was trying to come up with something this morning to do. I was thinking last night, like, what can we do? Grandkids are the best. One of mine are coming over Friday, and we are making Halloween cookies. He's 4. Oh, I got 2 others coming today as well. So as soon as we leave the shop here later on, I got 2 of my other grandkids are going to come over and visit with them. So I was thinking, okay, so what can we do? And I know there's one thing. I don't know if I've ever done a tutorial on this, and I might have a while ago, but I figured we would revisit it because I got a few in for Christmas gifts, and these were a big hit last year with Christmas gifts, and they were the glass cutting boards. I love them. They were a huge hit last year. So because I'll tell you why, they can be something that can be put out on the counter that is useful, but it's decorative. Kind of like when we just did the sublimation photo panels where you could also use it and set it on the kitchen counter and use it as like a trivet, as a pot holder, like a hot pot holder. Your eyebrows look amazing. Kelly, you're hilarious. Thank you though. And believe it or not, it's weird, but I'll just say that they're natural. I don't get them done. I don't paint them like some people do. Yeah, not about all that. But anyways, you're so funny, Kelly. So anyways, the cutting boards are just like that. And I know why they were a big hit, because they're something that you can use all year long. They can stay out. It could be another decorative item sitting on your countertops, but useful. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do the glass cutting boards. And I have not done these. Believe it or not, I have not done these since last year. So I had to go back into my book and I had to look. And so I'm going to go, and I am going to tell you, if you're new here, there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to try to go over for a lot of the new people, because I always assume a lot of you just, you're always here every week, and you are, and I appreciate that. But when I'm done with my lives, I get a lot of questions on things, and they're just sometimes just the simple questions that we had when we were new. So I figured I'm going to try to every time. It might get repetitive, but I have a lot of people coming in weekly, and they're really new. And a lot of these people don't even have printers yet. They're just kind of lurking in the background wanting to learn. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more thoughtful of those people, okay? Haven't touched them yet, so this will be great. Yeah, these will be great. Okay, so the first thing I want to let everybody know, old or seasoned, I should say, seasoned or new to sublimation, keep yourself a little notebook, okay? And this notebook is literally falling apart. And I even bought a new one because I'm going to transfer all of my information from one to the other, because this one's really starting to get ratty. And what this notebook is going to be, this is so important to your business, okay? It is going to be something that you're going to need to put all of your times and temperatures and how long to press it. All of your information, your very useful information, needs to go in here. So once you've done a product and you know that that product turned out good or at its perfection, make sure you write that down. Or if maybe I gave you some information on it, you want to go ahead and put it in here, and maybe just to put it in there until you try it for yourself. And then if something changed on your end, that you found something worked better, then you could put that, you can adjust that in here. But you need to keep that for yourself because these are so important. For example, I have not done a cutting board for almost a year. So for me to remember what was the time, what was the temp. And of course you can always go back to your supplier or whoever it is and get the recommendations that they do. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's always what works for you. And I'll be honest with you, I have an older heat press. This is about 10 years plus. And some of my times I've learned to adjust myself to this. Okay. Just because I know my heat fluctuates a little, this is getting older. I'm going to probably be getting a newer one here. I would probably say within the next year or two. Just because I know this is getting older, but it's been faithful. No need to buy it new when it's not broke yet. So that's important to me to have all of this information in here because I'm not going to remember it a year later on how long, what's the time, what's the temps. And sometimes I get products from overseas and they come in and they don't have any information on them. They don't give you recommended times. They don't give you recommended temps. You're getting it, you're testing it, you're trying it for yourself. Okay. So make sure you keep notes. So important. I have tons and tons of notes and this is falling apart. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer that. So if you're new, make sure you get a notebook and start putting them times, temps, pressures in there and any little notes that you needed to remind yourself about that product. Okay. Very important. And I'm going to refer to that today because I haven't done these in a while. Okay, so these are the cutting boards. And this one I think is the like 8 by 11 maybe. I can't remember the size on this. I have a few of them that I'm going to list in my shop. I have like 10, I think, 10 or 12. I might even have a little bit more of them. I got to count them. They're sitting over there. I'm going to put these in my shop as well. So these will be in there if you're looking to buy 1 or 2 of them. All right. And they come, oh, and let me tell you, I get these from Coastal, okay? And I have a link in the announcements. If you're going to buy them, if you want to buy them in bigger bulk, go ahead to the Coastal business and the link's up above, and then you can find them in there. Use that code because that code's going to save you some money, okay? All right, so when you get them, they come packaged like this. And when I ship them back exactly like this. All right, so we're going to take it out. And then it comes wrapped. And also inside, and a lot of times people don't realize because it's not always in that plastic sheet. They come with little feet, with these little rubber sticky feet. You just stick them on the bottom. That way it, you know, the glass isn't hitting onto the counter. They got little sticky rubber feet so it's not sliding around either. All right. All right, I'm trying to watch. What'd you miss? Well, you didn't miss much yet, Martin. Andrea, sorry. Okay, so they'll come with this as well, okay? So let's put those off to the side because we don't need that right now. And these ones are textured on the top, so they're really a nice, these are really nice when you are using it. And I have used mine. I have one on my counter. I actually think just the other day I put it, changing it out because I was changing out some of my decor. I put it in my drawer. So these are nice because these can be seasonal if you want them to be, or you can make them for year-round to match your kitchen. Okay. Yes, and Maria, if you, on Coastal Business, if you spend over $149, they do have free shipping, which let me tell you, most other wholesalers and things like that, suppliers, do not have that. So I really love Coastal Business. So please use that link above. It's in the announcements. Use that code and get yourself a discount, okay? And they're also the ones that I have partnered up with once a month. We're going to do a try it before you buy it bag. And we just gave one away just the other day, last week. If someone wants the insert with the most cost effective. I just ship it in a box. There's really no most cost effective, Brenda. You asked about if I ship a pillow, how I do that. There's really no cost effective way. The post office they're really starting to slam us with fees. So I'm even considering starting to look into some other, which I have already, into some other accounts with some other shippers, because the post office is really just getting us with the fees. So unless it's under like 2 pounds, it really just, it goes through the roof. So, okay, so back to these. So these are textured. The back is white, which is the sublimation part, okay? And these are really nice. I've sat them just on, literally, I've just sat them on an easel, and they sit on my countertop. Okay, so let's get to pressing these. All right, so I'm using my 15 by 15 press for this. I do have my pressing pillow. And this is very important to have it with this. You know I love my pressing pillow. For those of you that are new, this is just the Cricut brand. You can buy these at Amazon. You can get them right at Joann Fabrics and at Michael's craft stores. And I think Hobby Lobby also might sell them. I don't have a Hobby Lobby near me. It's a little bit further away, so I don't visit it a lot. I do have a Joann and a Michael's very close. It won't come with this image on here. I accidentally forgot to put the paper down, which we're going to talk about next. And it just transferred to that. Okay, let me check on my grandkids. I think they were calling me. You okay? Okay, they're good. Try Pirate Ship. I have tried Pirate Ship, and it doesn't save that much. It's always less than USPS. I do have a business count, so I already get the discount like Pirate Ship would do, Maria. And so I even get a little bit more than Pirate Ship, and it's still the post office is just getting crazy with their shipping rates, to be honest. Okay, so I'm on the 15 by 15 press. These can be done on a 15 by 15, and I'm sure it could be done on the 9 by 12 as well. Okay, so if you have the 9 by 12, this will work. So we're going to put our pressing pad down. And then, very important, butcher paper. And this must be unlined. If you're in a pinch, you can use parchment paper, but it's not the most cost effective. If you're looking for, to have something that's cost effective, get a roll of butcher paper. And you can find that at Gordon Food Service, your local GFS, or Sam's Club, and I think Costco now has it too. We don't have a Costco that's close to me. I use Sam's Club or GFS. And it's about $20 to $25, depending on where you buy it, for 1,000 feet. So very cost effective to use this butcher paper. Okay, but if you're in a pinch and you're in a bind, for months before I knew about butcher paper, I used parchment. Just make sure it's unwaxed. Okay. Okay. All right. So the biggest thing about these are, your image is going to be, we're going to do this image not mirrored, okay? And the strange thing about that is, the reason is, there's very few times when you're not going to mirror an image. This is one of them. And it's because your image is coming through from the back. So you need that image to be not mirrored, or you would see it backwards. So that it's looking right at you, okay? Most of the times we're putting it on the front here, and it's got to be mirrored so that it comes forward to you. This one's going to be actually straight. So now this time, which is odd, yins are seeing this mirrored. But this is actually just a straight print, okay? Do not mirror this image. Okay? And we are just going to... And when you do this, you're going to need a full bleed, meaning you're going to need a little bit around the edge over, printed over your, how big your substrate is, or the project you're working on, which is the cutting boards. So that we call that in the sublimation world a full bleed, meaning it's going to be fully covered around the edges, so you always need a little bit overflow. And then all we do is we're going to heat tape it down. And heat tape is very important, okay? Make sure wherever you get your heat tape from, I know a lot of people will buy off of Amazon. I'm a huge Amazon fan, but not for sublimation products. And the reason I'll tell you that why is because you do not know where your products are coming from. So many times someone will message me and say, my heat tape's leaving marks on my products, or my mug didn't turn out really vibrant, or this and this and this. And I'm like, well, where did you get it? Amazon. Okay. First off, that's a no-no. Okay. I know there's some things on there you can buy, and I'm sure there's probably some trusted people on there that you can buy from, but product makes all the difference, the right product, okay? So please get your supplies from somebody or a supplier that you know that has been doing this. They have a reputation for it. And there's a lot of good suppliers out there, Coastal Business being one of them. They've been in this for many years. They test their products. They make sure they're good. So I buy my heat tape from them. Or there's another one, and a lot of you use it too, and it's Condi. So I trust them too as well. Okay, so that's very, very important. All right. Don't worry about, you just bought mugs on there, and they might be okay. I'm not saying that everything is bad on there. All I'm saying is sometimes you just don't know who you're getting it from and when what you're getting. Okay, so it's not a place that I don't recommend them for anything sublimation. Some of you might found great suppliers. I just prefer not to. Okay, what size is the image? Okay, that's another question. I get that asked a lot, so I'm glad you asked that. For the most part, I'm going to tell you how I do my images on anything I buy or anything that I'm going to do. Get yourself a seamstress tape. This is one I bought from Joann's. This is handy. You are going to need this more than you could ever imagine, because you are going to need to measure your image, your products. I measure every product, including my tumblers. I've got tumblers here that I've got from different suppliers, and they're all 20 ounces, and they're all different. They're all different sizes. I don't know why that is. It's just the way it is. So I measure every single thing that I do. So when I do it, I just take it, my tape measure, I measure it, and then I get my image. And I get my measurements for my image. So that's what you need. Okay? Okay, so we're going to get back to getting this pressed, because this takes a little bit of time. I probably don't need this yet. All right, so let me see in here. I know I have these. All right, I have this as we need to do it at 390, so I should probably take these down a little. 390, and we need 400 seconds for this. So let me get my time on here. Okay, good, my temp's dropping. All right, so we're gonna put this on. So it's on. Oh, you scared me, honey. My granddaughter just scared me coming out of the back room. I forgot you was here for a minute. What, honey? You good?
Is there water on?
Yes.
Okay, I need to wash my feet.
Okay, go ahead.
Because my feet touch my...
That's okay. Go ahead. You can wash your hands or your feet. Okay. My granddaughter scared me. I forgot they were there for a second. She come up behind the door here. Okay, so it's on the pressing pillow, and this is going to be pressed. Do I have it as pressed up? I have it as we're going to put the image. How do I have it? the image going this way. Okay, so image up, which I thought these were the other way, but my note says different, so we'll see. Okay, and then we're always going to put another piece of butcher paper on top. And the reason we do that is so that we don't, on our plate in here, we don't get the transfer of the print will transfer to your plate, and you don't want to do that and keep transferring it from one product to another, so we don't do that, okay? I also use these silicone placemats, and I've had links in other, like on my slates and things like that. I like these for glass items and for slate because it holds that heat in. Okay, so I'm covering it with that, and then I'm just going to throw another piece of butcher paper on there, and that's because I like to just keep my Teflon. I like to just protect it. So, oh, I have not adjusted this. No, I have not. So we're going to adjust it, and the pressure we need on this is about a heavy light, but you don't want it to be too heavy because this is glass and you'll crack it. Okay, so we're going to let that go for 400 seconds. Hi, Brant. Okay. All right, let me try to go back here while this is pressing and see if I missed anything. All right, you purchased the color changing mugs. Andrea said she purchased the color changing mugs from Amazon and got lucky. And listen, I'm not saying everything on Amazon's bad. I don't like to take the chance. I've heard stories. I'm in other groups where people will buy 20, 30, 40 mugs and they're not pressing right. They were listed as sublimation mugs. They get them and they really weren't even sublimation mugs. It's just money lost. So I'm glad that yours worked, because I'm not saying everything doesn't. I just don't like to, I don't like to take the chances. Yes, read the reviews for sure. All right. Can I see your pressing pillow? How do you really know what pressure you have so that it doesn't crack? I just kind of, you seen me as I was adjusting it. I was just putting it down before I snapped that handle in, and just making sure that it wasn't too hard and it wasn't too light. It's really just on feel, and you'll get to that point where you'll just kind of know that's about the right pressure, because you don't want it to crack, but yet you want it to be firm enough that you want it to be pressed. Okay, what was my time and temp? On these, I have it listed as 390 degrees for 400 seconds. And let me put it in here. See, sometimes, every time, I'm going to make my notes, right? Okay. Did my silicone mat come in a pack of 3? I don't remember if it was in a pack of 3 or a pack of 4. I want to say these ones might have been a pack of 4. When I'm done here, I'll go ahead and list that again. So I'll go ahead and list where I got that at, because I get them right on Amazon. See, it's like there's certain things on there good. I'll get the silicone pads on there. I do not, I won't buy heat transfer tape, only because I've heard so many people say about theirs is leaving marks. And that's what you don't want it to do. When your heat transfer tape comes off, I don't care if it's right on it and you've pressed onto it right on the substrate that you're using, you should not have any residue. And I get usually from Condi or from Coastal, which where I got the cutting boards. And I always, a little tip for you, certain things like, I always say this is kind of like heat tape is like toilet paper. You're going to need it forever. As long as you are doing sublimation, you're going to always need heat tape. So every time I place an order with one of my suppliers, I grab a roll of heat tape. It's only a few more dollars and I don't run out. All right, the Cricut heat tape. I've never used it, so I don't know. Tanya says she's gotten garden flags from Amazon and they were not so nice at all. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's hard because you don't know the quality of things, because you don't know who's selling it. All right, we got about 192 seconds, so about a little over 2 minutes. think that was all I had in my notes to go over with you guys. So if you're new, just make sure you get a notebook for keeping your times and temps. Essentials are measuring tape for sure. Even though I have, you know, like, because designs will change, like what I choose to put on something, I still always go back and measure. All right, I always measure before I put something on. All right, so just so that you know that. And this, the farmhouse one that I'm using today, the design, I already listed it last night. It is a brand new design, and it says Merry Farmhouse Christmas. And then I listed also a blank one so that you can, without the wording on it, you can go ahead and purchase that. And then you could put whatever you want in there. If you want to put a name, an initial with a name through the middle, you can do that. All right. So if anybody's looking for this design, you can head right over to my Etsy shop. I'm doing a slate today. This will be my first one in black and white. Should I need to do anything different, sorry, I'm reading Tanya's here, then it's not letting me see more. Okay. I don't think you should do anything different. Just go by what, sorry, I'm shaking. Just go by, you know, what we had done in the last slate video. Cynthia said she saw someone post in another group that they spent $400 on sublimation blanks on Amazon, and none of them were actually sublimation. And that's what I hear a lot in other groups. So that's always my concern. I'm looking for some 14 by 20 pillow covers to sublimate. Do you know of a vendor? I have some here, but I don't know what size they are. Hold on, let me look. If you're looking for the burlap ones, I'm still doing a whole bunch of listings because I just got a big shipment in. I just haven't got to all of it. These are, I have the 12 by 18s that I'm going to put in my shop if these are what you're looking for in burlap. I do got these, like the linen burlap, the faux burlap. Your designs, can they be printed on water slide paper or are they just sub paper? No, you can print them on water slide. I've had a lot of people that do them and use them on tumblers. All right, very important, especially with this. You are going to need an UV glove, okay? I also have these. These are just like heat resistant gloves, and you've seen me use these, but these are thin, okay? Now, when it comes to the slates and it comes to the glass, I use the UV glove, and these are literally, this is an oven glove, and I think it goes up to like 400 some degrees that it can be handled. Might even be a little bit higher. So you definitely need that because these are hot. And I kid you not when I say extremely hot. Even this gets hot. Let's see, the moment of reveal. All right, and this is probably what your print should look like. Someone had mentioned not long ago in another group that I still have print on my paper whenever I do my design. And as you can see, the print lightens up, but you're still going to have some ink on your paper, okay? You're looking for the white ones. Yeah, I don't know where they're at, Marissa. I haven't seen any of those. Okay. Let me go get my other one because I'm going to need two. Okay, so now I am two-handed. All right, I got a glove on both. We've already peeled away the image. And as you can see, this is what the back side looks like. Let me get some of this tape off. There you go. These turn out so beautiful. I mean, let's get you a good, you can see the texturing in it. See how the texturing is? But look how stunning these turn out. And this is why I could see why they were a huge hit last year. Because they turn out so pretty. They could be right in, they can become right part of your decor. You could put whatever you want on it. And like I said, this image is in my Etsy shop already. So I have this one already listed with the wording, and then I have one without the wording. So if you want to put someone's initial with their name through the middle and give it as a Christmas gift, it's perfect. Okay. And then again, this is the back. All right. And then this is why, as you see, this is backwards to you, because this image had to be printed as a regular print. Okay. So don't mirror this when you put this through here, because we're seeing this straight through. Okay. But I know it's a little hard for you to see through the texture, but look how vibrant these turn out. All right. What size is this board? Let me get a measure for you. This one is the approximately 8 by 11. So it's almost like a sheet of paper. Okay. So I'm going to set this off to the side. We are going to let it cool. All right. This one's actually going into my kitchen. So I'm going to put this up for the holidays. Okay. And like I said, if you're looking for this design, it's in my Etsy shop. All right. As you can see, I burnt my finger with it once. Okay. So I'm going to set this aside. We're going to let it cool down. So those turn out absolutely beautiful. All right. Let me check on my grandbabies. Okay, they're doing good. They're playing some kind of, they hide and stuff. Hide and seek with something. Okay, so I like that design so much, I decided that I was going to take it and I'm going to make it into an ornament. Okay. These I also have, these are going into my shop as well. I just haven't got have a lot of things. Over the last few days, I've had a lot of orders come in, and I just literally need to get them in. So I'm going to put some ornaments in there. This is a double-sided ornament. This is the aluminum ornaments. And I'm going to put the cutting boards that I had over there. But if you're looking to do like more bulk ordering of things, you can go ahead and use the coastal. Sometimes a lot of people just want one or two or like 5 of them, and it's not worth going over there. So I'll just go ahead and I'll load them into my shop for that. Okay, so all I did, I took that same image and I actually, even though it was a little bit more landscape, I didn't change anything about it. I wanted to see if I could make it into a square without it really distorting anything. And as you can see, it didn't. So I was very happy with this one because I shrunk it down. And this is the 4x4 ornament, the aluminum ornament. So I'm going to do an ornament with it. Okay. And this would be great to do the one without, and you could customize it and put an ornament. I like to use ornaments for the holidays as tags. So when I go somewhere, they've got like a 2-in-1 gift. Instead of just making a regular tag, I take an ornament and I put it on the gift, and it becomes it's a gift with a gift. All right. So ornaments, and I'll be honest with you, I use ornaments all year long for tags. So when I go to a wedding, I always give the bride and groom an ornament. Why not? The tag is, you're going to need a tag anyways, and I just give them an ornament for their wedding. What, honey? That's all right. Go. It's okay. Okay. So I took this, I shrunk it down, and it didn't distort the image too much, so I'm going to use it. For these aluminum ornaments, I'm gonna look, but I think they're 400 degrees as well. Okay. Let me see if I can find the aluminum ornaments in here. Okay. 400 degrees, we're gonna do them for about 45 seconds, okay? Reverse it, and then we're gonna put it image side up. And of course, we're gonna need to adjust this again. Okay. Oh, well, hey Alexa, 45 seconds, timer. Okay, I forgot to change my timer. I shrunk one of your designs and put it on a coffee cup. Yeah, most of my designs you could size up, you could size down to a certain point to where you don't lose, like it doesn't just start distorting. I've taken some of my flag designs that I have that are fairly large. What I like to do when I do a design, and most of you will know this is, it doesn't necessarily fit unless it's specific for something. It doesn't necessarily fit that exact image or that exact project, because like, even though this was for a cutting board, you can use it for so many different things. So I kind of give it like an average size, so it can be sized up, it can be shrunk down. I've taken some of my garden flags. Alexa, stop. I've taken some of my garden flags and I have shrunk them all the way down to a 2-inch magnet without distorting anything. Okay. Popping in late. Hello. For those of you that are popping in late, you can always watch this on the replay. Okay. Now these are super hot. I'm just going to use these heat resistant ones, even though, just because I can only touch the ends of them. So most of the time, you don't need the up glove for these. But look how nice that turned out on the ornaments. Okay, so even if you wanted to do the ornament one-sided, say this side says this, and then, or you wanted to put something on the different side, on the other side, you can. Okay, but these turn out, it turns out I did nothing different to this image except for, even though it was landscape mode, this is one of the ones where it didn't really distort the writing or anything like that. I just shrunk it down to a 4x4. Okay, so I'm going to do the back. Let me check my grandkids. All right, Ornament. All right, come on. Over here, over here. I want you to sit down, please. I'm almost done. Okay. All right, so there you go. And they cool off very quickly. All right, very quickly. So I'm just going to do the back with the same. And these images, these ornaments, they do come with a red hanger on them. But you can always go ahead and just, you know, like with this, I would probably put on a, probably a black ribbon. And then I would probably put on a bow. Or you could use the red ribbon with it that comes with it. And I'll show you it as soon as I get this taped on. I'm just taping it on with my heat tape. Now, I usually say don't use the butcher paper over again, but because we use such a small area, I'm just putting it in a different area of it. And let me change this. But keep ornaments with you all year long, and use them as tags, gift tags. And believe me, people appreciate that, because you're going to throw a regular tag away. Why not give them a nice gift? Give them a tag. Okay, so let me show you the ribbons that come with it. So you'll get a red, they all come with a red ribbon with it. So if you want to use this, you can. And that would be pretty with this design, because it does have the reds in it with the farmhouse. Blacks and reds look really nice. I will tell you, I have been really working with my Glowforge over the last week. I'm working on some design files with it and some specific items that I'm going to be offering to you guys that are going to be like cuts for designs. And it's going to be specific to that design. And I do have a few ornaments coming up. So just in case you wanted to know that. And these are so nice and shiny and glossy. As you can see the gloss in them. Here, let's see if we can get that. Look how pretty. These turn out so beautiful. I love the aluminum ornaments. Okay. And I know it looks backwards, but these aren't. That's just because of the camera. Okay. So that's the same design. If you're looking for it, I did not do anything different. You do not have to get the one with the Merry Farmhouse Christmas. You can go ahead and just get the blank one and add whatever you want. And this cutting board's already cooled. Okay. Yeah, cutting board's already cooled. Here we go. We got the cutting board. We got the tag, all right, or ornament. And then when you're done with this, when this cools off, and make sure it's really cool, you're gonna now attach the feet because you want to have that rubber silicone feet underneath it. And all you do is you just peel it off. It peels right off. And you're just gonna place them around the edges. But you do want that on there because you don't want your cutting board sliding everywhere when you're cutting. And this is a usable cutting board. Do not be afraid to use this. I mean, it's perfect for on your counter because it's going to sit there. It's going to be decorative, but it's also going to be useful. And I love items like that. Okay. So all I did was put the little feet on it, just in the corners. Okay. And there they are. And make sure that you put these on. Make sure you check your package. The last time whenever I did have a buy-in, I think I remember I had a buy-in for these like maybe a year and a half ago. And when I did them, a lot of people were messaging me, I don't have the little rubber feet. They're not inside the package. They're in the package. They're not inside there's a plastic. This is in a piece of plastic. It's not in there. It's usually just like stuck down in the cardboard. So if you get them, make sure you look for them, okay? Okay. So make sure you put them on and then it don't go nowhere. See, it don't move. It don't move now that you've got this on there. It's safe to cut on. Make sure you use your cutting boards. All right? Don't use them. Yeah, I'm going to have these ones also available in my shop. The cutting boards will be in there as well. I have a big, I have a lot of things that I need to list. I just got a huge order of things. Okay. If their rubber feet are not in there, you can get them from Amazon. That's good to know. Thank you, Maria. Yeah. I've gotten them as well, even before this, but I've gotten them as well just right at my local Lowe's and Home Depot. Oval and rectangle shapes. Yes, I got a bunch of different shapes that I am getting ready to cut out. I just got my wood in, my subwood, so my sub material to cut, so I'll be offering those up too. But this is the hanger that comes with it, and the red does look good with it, so you don't even need to change it out. But if you wanted to add a little bow there, or if you don't, that's good. There you go. What is your suggested price on these? I think I sold these ones for, I sell these ones for like $24.99 for this size. Okay. But I love them because I love the texturing on it. As you can see, when I turn it, see how you can see it's textured? I love this. Now, don't put these in the dishwasher. I'm sure, like, I'm lazy and sometimes I'll throw things in. Of course, it would go on the top, but I wouldn't suggest it if you want to, keep this. Eventually, that sand, the blasting of that is kind of like sand blasting it. Eventually it'll probably wear this away a little bit, so it's not something I would suggest. I would just suggest maybe make a little disclaimer tag that says, you know, not dishwasher, hand wash only, not dishwasher recommended. And then that way it gets you out of the, hey, I put a disclaimer in there. Okay. What's in your hand? I just got on. This is a cutting board. Glass cutting board. And I'm going to put this on a replay. And of course, you can always find my lives. I put them over on my YouTube page. Make sure you check that out if you're looking for a specific video. Because I'll tell you why, it is so much easier to find over on YouTube than it is here in the group. Because they're not really named. So over there you can just find a name and it's so much easier to refer to. Any need to seal the back? No. Nope. Nope, these are good to go. You don't seal the back at all, just use them. The little one, this is an aluminum ornament. Okay, and it's a 4x4 ornament. I think it's 4x4, 4x3. This one's the aluminum one. And I have some, I'm going to be cutting some MDF ones out of the Unisub. So I am going to be cutting those, and I'm going to be listing them in my shop if you're looking for those ones as well, because they sub beautifully too. Can I add my YouTube link? I'll put it on here. It should be in the announcements. How big is the cutting board? It's 8x11, approximately. Yes. So this could be used as a gift tag or an ornament, both. Because I always, if I'm giving a gift, 9 times out of 10, I use an ornament for the tag. So they kind of get a gift with a gift. Okay. I'm going to turn this on. It gets hot in here when I'm standing next to that. How big is the cutting board? Okay, so it's about 8x11. I think I got all of the questions here. So if you are new and you're hopping on, I have a YouTube channel. I will put it in the description when we're done here. I'll also, I think it's in the announcements. So you can follow me on YouTube as well. And then that way you can find the videos a lot quicker, a lot easier to refer to than literally in here. No, these aluminum does not on this one, no. But you can always check. Most of the aluminum ornaments, I've only come across a few that have the film on them. Most of them don't. These ones do not. But I just always say, like, kind of scratch the corner a little bit. And if you don't feel something, then it doesn't have a coating on it. But these ones don't. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and get off of here. I got a lot of things coming up. I do have, I'm going to announce this kind of now. I have so many people that ask me about my Google Drive. And I mean so many. That's probably my #1 question all the time in my messages all the time. So I have something special that I'm working on that will be coming. I'm going to announce it on November 1st. Okay? And I think all of you are really, really, really going to enjoy this. So just to give you a little heads up, be looking for a very special announcement. I'm actually going to come on here with a video and I'm going to go over it with you guys. But it's for all of you that didn't get in for my Google Drive, and even for some of you, that did get into my Google Drive. This is going to be something that's going to be, I've been thinking about it, I've been working on it, and it's going to be awesome. Okay? So I'm going to announce that very shortly. Okay? I'm just putting it into the finalization of it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm finalizing it, and it's going to be awesome. And it's going to be just for you guys because you're always asking for a Google Drive. Okay? So, will this design be in the Google Drive? Yeah, it will be. I just didn't get a chance to put it in there yet. I might have put it in last night, but I'm not quite sure. If not, I'll go look. Okay, so be expecting something this coming week really, really, it's going to be amazing. So I'll just let you know that, okay? And you can find all of my videos over on my YouTube channel. This designs, they're going to be in my Etsy shop. And those of you that do have the Lifetime Google Drive, it's going to be over there. And I think that's it. If you have any questions, you have any comments, anything like that, you can always message me here. If I don't get you here, then that means it went to my other folder or my grandkids kind of swiped you. You can always get me over my Etsy shop, okay? All right, I love you guys, and thanks for watching, and thanks for joining me each week, and be blessed.